Hello, I'm Dr. Stephanie Ray, and if you're preparing for pageant interview questions, one thing to keep in mind is you might get some questions on current event issues. Now, as a former state and national title holder myself, I know that there's so much to prepare for a pageant that it can be overwhelming to think, how can I keep up on current events as well? Well, you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. It's just a matter of working it into your routine in different ways. Now, I was just talking to a friend, and I personally don't enjoy watching the news right before I go to bed because I find the news is depressing. So for you, if you're that way too, you might decide that you're going to watch a half-hour local news program at lunch or around the dinner hour, or perhaps you can adjust your schedule so that you listen to a news talk show, say while you're exercising or on your way to school or work. If you're at a local level pageant, you're running for Miss City, Miss County, you want to think about what's the news, what's the happenings in my county right now. And sometimes that can actually be good news, or it can be the potential for good happenings. If you're asked about a local race for the mayor, it would make sense that you know the names of the candidates, for instance. This doesn't have to be rocket science. It's just a matter of paying attention, usually. So just increase your awareness in those respects. Naturally, if you're getting up to the state level, it might be about a little bit bigger players or about larger issues. Perhaps immigration is an issue in your state. Maybe it is in the country at the time. Things kind of come in waves. By all means, if you're going to be competing in the state or the national pageant, once you've made it to that level, then it's incumbent on you to really know something about your state. My goodness, if you're going to be Miss America or any other Miss Nation, it's important to know something about your state and your nation, especially if you make it to the ultimate kind of international levels. So as you make it up to other layers in your pageant, then you're going to want to make an extra effort to expand your exposure to current event news at national and international kind of levels. And again, you might decide to do that kind of in a deeper focus in the weeks just leading up to the pageant, or you might try and build the habit over a longer time. There's even different kinds of services that will kind of condense the news for you in different ways if you find that that's useful. So in addition to working it into your schedule regularly and using your head about the different levels of news that you might want to watch, you want to think about their neutrality and their sources. Sometimes a news source is particularly conservative or another news source is particularly liberal. That might give more of a spin to the information as opposed to inviting people from both sides of the table to the conversation. For instance, National Public Radio, NPR, or PBS, Public Broadcasting System. Sometimes the news shows that they'll put on there will be more neutral. Now, it is a challenge with everything else we have to do to keep up on current events, but you don't have to be an expert in it. You just don't want to have a completely blank stare when you're asked something that should be pretty obvious for the neck of the woods that you're from or for the level of pageant that you're at. Those skills will reach well beyond preparing for the pageant into other areas of your life, because a pageant is just the beginning. So if you've found some value in this video or you've enjoyed it, then please subscribe to the channel, check out some of the other videos, and go to the website PageantToPhD.com for more resources, including my book, Pageant Interviewing Success Made Easy, which really lays it out from well before the pageant to long after to help you shine your brightest. Okay, I'll see you next time.